tonight, fellas, why you're not recruited, why you're not committed. I hear it every day. Guys come up here in the Futures Association and they're juniors and seniors in high school and they're like, man, I'm working hard. I'm a really good player. I'm playing well at the school. I'm doing good things during the summer, and I can't get an opportunity to play college baseball yet. I'm not committed, and I don't know why. You got all these other guys around you that I can point out who are committed and getting opportunities and chances to play college baseball, and here I am, the starting shortstop at Heath High School, and I don't have an opportunity to play college ball yet. Why is that? Why is that? Why am I working so hard yet still don't have the opportunities I feel like I've earned? JT Goggins, what's happening, man? How was that CPR class, baby? Did you learn something? Good, that a boy. All right, so tonight, JT, we're talking about how to get recruited. And what I was saying is so many times guys come up here and they're in high school and they're juniors and seniors and they see all these people that are committed and doing all these things and they want to know why they're not committed yet. And they're up here working hard, they're putting in the time, they're disciplined, they're doing all these things that they're told to do, yet for some reason it's not good enough. So Kingston, if you'll turn on your camera for me, Leo, if you'll turn on your camera, and I know you guys are younger, but this totally applies to you because I believe each and every one of you want to be the best baseball player you can be and potentially go play college baseball. So if you can tap in and interact with me tonight, I'd love that, because I want to hear from you guys what some of the things you've been told are important in terms of playing college baseball or getting recruited to play college baseball. Have any of you guys started having those conversations yet of what you have to do to get noticed or seen in order to play college baseball? Or even, you know what else applies for guys like JT or August or Leo, what it's gonna take for you to get the opportunity to play high school baseball. So Johnny, if you want to chime in, you're welcome to. Anybody who wants to chime in, just lay it out there of what you think it takes to play college baseball, or what you've been told in the past. Somebody says, hey, you do this, you'll get an opportunity to play college baseball. What about you, Jack? Jack, you're a freshman in high school. What have you been told that it takes to play college baseball, to get committed? What do you got to do?
I think just like to get seen and work really, and also getting seen is a big thing for colleges.
Yeah, how do we do that? That's the question, right? Because we work hard and we get seen, we're getting an opportunity to play college baseball. JT Cross has joined us. He's going to play college baseball. I got a question for you, JT.
Yeah, what's up?
What's something you were told early on that if you do this, you're going to get an opportunity to play college baseball? You're going to get committed. It's going to be part of your process to get seen and have the opportunity to go on and play college baseball.
Just keep working hard and never give up.
Keep working hard and never get up. Persevere, right? And that's what we hear oftentimes. I wrote down a few of them, and you guys can write these down because these are some of the things that you're going to hear along the way. People are going to tell you these things. They're going to say, build a profile, build a social media profile. And let me preface this by saying, these are not bad. None of these things are bad. This is just some of the things that you're going to hear that people are going to commonly tell you. Build a social media profile, or build a profile on field level, or maybe some of these other sites that say they can help you get recruited. They're going to say, make a video, make a skills video, right? Put a video together so that you can send it out to coaches. They're going to tell you to email and DM coaches, right? They're going to tell you to attend camps and attend showcases, right? Go out and put yourself in front of these people. If they invite you to a camp, if you get a letter in the mail, that means they want you to come to a camp. You should go. They also tell you to be a dude, right? Do the intangibles really, really well. Hustle, have good body language, be coachable, be a good teammate, be a leader, right? They also tell you to be a good student, right? Make good grades. Make good grades, and it's going to give you an opportunity to play college baseball. And although none of these things are wrong, every one of these things is correct, and it could aid in your opportunity or aid in the process of you getting the opportunity to play college baseball. My job, and something that I've taken to heart as it pertains to what we're building here at the Futures Association, is to get you guys to start thinking outside the box. because what I want to take a brief moment to do is kind of debunk each one of these things, right? And again, not that they're all wrong, inherently, like just totally wrong. Again, there are a lot of good things that come from these, but I also want to tell you why they don't totally work all the time, at least not for everybody. Building a profile on social media or on field level or whatever else. Okay, that's great. What a lot of people fail to do is put quality photos on there. They fail to articulate that bio line, like who you are and what you do, right? Just kind of like throw themselves out there and I got a profile, now somebody's gonna call me. You gotta do something to stand out, right? Otherwise you're just another one of the thousands of profiles on these sites. Make a skills video. Yeah, we can make a skills video. That sounds great. Let's go do it. And you look at the camera so far away, right? Or you're putting your video up that has the chain link fence in the middle because your mom or dad filmed it during the game, right? Or you flat out just don't have a lot of good skills yet to showcase. And so you put them on a video and all you really do is turn away the coach that you're interested in talking to anyway, because he looks at it and 5 seconds in, it's a terribly filmed video and you threw 75 miles an hour from right field. Like, click, right? So a skills video is great if you have quality video. Email and DM. Email and DM is fantastic. It's a way for us to get in front of these people. But a lot of people just copy and paste, right? They'll chat GP generic email and then they'll add in the coach for the University of Texas. And then they'll back out his name and they'll add in the coach for Eastfield. And it's just like the same basic email that every other kid is putting out, and there's nothing specifically tailored to that school or that program. Attend camps and showcases. Again, a showcase is to showcase skills and tools. And if you don't quite have those skills and tools to showcase, kind of defeats the purpose, right? It's in the name. Now, let me tell you something else. It feels great to get a letter from a college coach, but if it's a generic letter and your name's not even on it, they're sending that out to a ton of other guys too, right? And again, not that it's a bad thing. You are on their radar in some respect, but it's not the privatized workout you feel like it is. You're gonna get there and there might be 100 other guys out there. And again, that's great. That puts you on the field with one of 100 or with 100 other guys, but now you got to do something to stand out because they can't bring in more than maybe 1 or 2 of those guys at that tryout camp. So you got to be one of the best two or three players to even get a chance, to even have a conversation. Otherwise, you're sent packing after having paid a few $100 and spent a weekend of your time not really having any answers as to who, what, when, where, or why you're not getting the opportunity you feel like you deserve. Be a dude. Body language, hustle, attitude, coachable. All those things are great, and absolutely they matter. But oftentimes, coaches are not coming to watch you. They're not coming out of their way just because they heard that kid has good body language and he's coachable. They're showing up because you're a dog and you're really good and talented and you have all these showcaseable skills and they already know who you are. And by the time they come look at you, they're looking for reasons not to sign you rather than for reasons to commit you, right? And so that's when the body language and the hustle and the attitude and the coachability and the leadership on the field matter, because by the time they get there, they're just looking for reasons not to sign you. And if you pass all those other checks, right? If you are that good kid who hustles and works hard, you've passed the test. Now you get the opportunity to sign. And then the final one, be a good student. Guys, we all got to be good students, right? Like, that should just be a given. That's not going to be something that gets you recruited unless you're the 1% of the 1% who's going to Harvard or Yale or something like that, right? Where you just simply get an opportunity to go play college baseball because it's such an elite group of people or players that get to even go to school there in the first place. But for the vast majority of us, we're all having good grades. We're all applying and capable of going to colleges or getting accepted and are capable of going to colleges. So it's not really doing anything to separate yourself apart. I've got 4 things I want to share with you guys that are creative, that are different, that are modern, that are going to give you the opportunity to market and brand yourself at a young age so that you can lay the foundation to make sure you get noticed. So by the time you're a junior and senior in high school, you are committed to the schools that you want to go to and that you're capable of playing at. All right, write these down. Number 1, don't just create a profile, create a brand. Build a brand for yourself, a player brand. JT Goggins, I'm gonna call him out real quick. His dad was showing me earlier today that he has a YouTube channel. JT, what is it? Go ahead and I'll give you the plug. What is it, JT? What's your new one?
Baseball for Life.
Baseball for Life -JT. Look him up on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. My man is killing it, and he's creating great content. How old are you, JT? 13? 13 years old, creating great content and creating a brand for himself so that he is noticeable in a sea of people, right? Now, that content needs to be wholesome. It needs to be quality. You got to put work into it. You actually got to try. You can't just... That's why creating a brand is so special instead of a profile. Anybody can create a profile. But it takes somebody who really wants to build something special to build a brand. It takes discipline, commitment, consistency, creativeness, the ability to maintain yourself and your look and your image. Those are things that create a brand, and those are things that stand out. Because if you start that at a young age, Leo, August, you're still on. You guys start those things now, even Kingston and Jack as freshmen in high school. By the time you look up 2 and 3 years from now, people are gonna know who you are, and then they're gonna see, oh my gosh, that guy's not just a personality, that dude bangs. That dude crushes baseballs. That dude can play. I want that kid on my team. Another thing coaches like in this modern era is somebody who can communicate, a player who can communicate effectively, because the reality is you guys are living in a world of money. You're living in a world of NIL deals and influence. And when you have influence, people want to pay and come watch you play, pay to come watch you play, right? And what that does is that boosts not only your stock, but the stock of the school that you're playing for, or playing at. And don't tell me that, oh, I'm not going to the University of Texas out of high school. I'm just getting ended up at a small school. Like, there are opportunities all over the country to bring awareness to a school. They're all built on the same things. It's all about the money in most cases, right? Play into that. Be a good communicator. And so one idea I have for you guys is to leverage this time. Leverage the Futures Association. We do this podcast every Monday night. We got guys come up here and sit in the live studio audience. I would love for one of you young men to come to me and say, hey, JB, you think you can interview me on the podcast one Monday night? Like, I'd be down. We'd talk through it and we'd work through it and we'd vet it and things like we would practice. But I would be down if one of you guys was like, hey, can I get an interview? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that interview that's on camera with quality audio, with a nice backdrop, and we're gonna put it on Baseball for Life -JT's YouTube channel, and we're gonna try and blow that thing up, right? And what coaches are gonna see is that this young man is not only a good baseball player, he's not only a good student, that man knows how to talk. He knows how to communicate. He knows how to sit behind a camera in a press conference and pour out his heart and be vulnerable to the people that are paying their hard-earned money to come watch us play. All these things matter, right? Build a brand. Be a good communicator. Take unofficial visits. Don't wait for a coach to call you to go to their school. Pick out the schools that you're interested in the area as a young man, as a freshman in high school, and go check out those schools. Just walk in the door, look up their schedule, walk in the door, get there early for batting practice, go shake a hand. Hey coach, my name's JT Cross. I live 15 minutes up the road. I play at Heath High School. I'm a freshman, but man, I just want to let you know that I love your program and I'm interested in coming here one day. That's at Eastfield. It's 15 minutes down the road, right? And then you're a sophomore and all of a sudden you're a little bit better and you're like, doggone, I could probably play at Navarro, or I could probably play at Grayson. Drive the extra 40 minutes, go to Grayson, do the same thing. Then all of a sudden you're a junior and you're like really getting some traction. Now maybe you end up at TCU an hour and a half down the road doing the same thing, right? And you're just getting yourself in front of these people by going out of your way and being a little bit different. Shaking a hand, showing that you're a good communicator, showing that you understand how valuable their time is and that you want to come out of your way to separate yourself from the pack. It's so special. And then the final one, and my personal favorite, is a handwritten letter, because nobody your age does that anymore. Everybody wants to DM and this and that. The reality is, guys, I talk to young men every day. They're like, dude, I don't really want to go outside of Texas. I don't really want to go outside of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. I want to play college baseball as close to home as I can. Again, it don't take much to write a handwritten note on a card, drive 45 minutes or an hour and a half, whatever it is, to the school that you're interested in going to, show up early, hand a coach a card that he's got to do something with. I promise you, he's not just going to throw it in the dumpster. He's probably going to end up putting it in his back pocket. And when he opens that up, maybe it's got a little player card with your name and your number and who you are and what you do. Guys, you want to talk about being different? That's different. And maybe he does throw it away, but he's going to remember. So that then when you hit him with that DM from the first list, or you hit him with that email, or you hit him with that skills video, he's going to remember who you are, because you went out of your way to do something so different and leverage the resources that you have to set yourself apart. It's so much fun, and if you think about it like a game, you're going to be so far ahead of your peers. You're going to be so far ahead of the guys in this player pool who are just like waiting around hoping for a college coach to call them because they got a couple hits on a Saturday in a perfect game event. Everybody does that. But you're a futures athlete and you can be different. You can come here and utilize this studio and take a nice picture with the green screen behind you like we did for JT Cross and some of these other guys, right? You can utilize our cage and our facility and our coaches to, hey, Coach Risco, I brought a camera and a mic. Would you interview me? Interview me, Coach. Like, ask me some questions and get that thing on video and practice. So by the time you actually speak to a college coach on the phone, you're well-spoken, you're articulate, you know what you want, you've done your homework, you know who you're talking to, you know where you want to go, you've separated yourself from the pack, you started developing a brand. Now you're going to end up where you deserve to end up, okay? Because the reality is, man, so many guys in this community are so talented. You guys are so good, physically good, but you don't know how to separate yourself from the pack, and it's not on the field. It's with all these little intangible things that we're talking about tonight that can make a huge difference if you start at a young age. Instead of starting as a senior in high school and trying to play catch up, right? Not only physically, but from a brand perspective as well. So you guys are in a good situation. You're here, you're listening, you're locked in, you're one of 9 or 10 guys on this call tonight. You're getting the tea, baby. You're getting the good stuff. Because if I was you and I could go back and do all of this over again in the current era that you're in, I'll tell you, guys used to ask me, fellas, I was not the biggest, the fastest, the strongest player out there. But when it came to professional baseball, I continued to get opportunity. Why? I figured out that I'm standing here on a field of 100 other professional baseball players, and there's nothing I do in practice or in batting practice or in a showcase environment that makes me look any better than anybody else. How would they ever know that I'm different? And I'll tell you, one of the breakthrough things in my career, something I did that changed the trajectory of my career, is I went to an Arizona Diamondbacks scout sitting behind home plate when everybody else was like, oh, look, there's a D-back scout up there. Oh my gosh, I got to get 4 hits today. I walked up to him before the game and I said, hey man, my name's Justin Byrd. So nice to meet you. Can I take you to breakfast tomorrow morning? Take you to breakfast tomorrow morning? Why would a player ever take a scout or a recruiting coordinator to breakfast? Didn't matter. That was so off the wall and different from anybody else that it piqued his interest. And then I went out and I hit a couple homers, and absolutely that helps. Because after the game, I was like, hey, I'll see you at breakfast tomorrow, right? And he's like, I mean, you get 2 homers, yeah, I'll treat you to breakfast. We ended up having breakfast. 24 hours later, I was out of that place, promoted to another team, and my career took off. Because that one interaction, the fact that I coupled it with going off on the field. So don't get me wrong, fellas. I'm not discrediting the player you have to be to get the opportunities you want to get. You got to put in the work. You got to be disciplined. You got to do all these things to become the best athlete you could be. But there's a lot of guys doing that. So what are you going to do that's just a little bit different to set yourself apart so that you can get the opportunities you deserve and truly get that chance to get committed? All right, guys, I love you so much. Does anybody have any questions? This is a good one tonight. This is so valuable for you guys, and we're going to have this conversation again. This is not the end. We're going to do more of this, and this is what I want your friends to hear. I want to spread the word because I think every young man that comes in these doors will play college baseball if they want to, because we're going to help them get there, okay? Share that with your friends. Anybody got any questions? Well, y'all getting me fired up. Ask a question. I'm going to call somebody. Kingston Hewlett, ask a question. Take yourself off mute.
I don't know.
All right, look. You got your hair cut the other day, right?
Yeah.
You look nice. You look nice. JT, I see you got a haircut. You look nice. Jack, I know you're swaggy always. Reality is, you guys that come on here, you guys take care of yourself. Y'all button yourselves up. That's something you can do immediately. When you look like a big leaguer, you act like a big league, like you just carry yourself. We've talked about this before. I think we had a podcast on this. Simply being clean cut and taking care of yourself matters, right? So I appreciate that you got a haircut. I think it looks nice. I think it looks cool. I think it plays into the dog that you are as a freshman on varsity. Right? It's got that wild thing kind of effect to it where it just looks cool with a hat on and you can go out there and dominate somebody. That matters, right? It matters. So I think it's cool. I think it's cool. It's part of your brand. JT, that little fluff you got on top right now, Goggins, it's part of your brand, baby. Play with it. It's all good. If y'all watch big league baseball games, there are so many characters, right? And I don't mean that in a bad way. Characters as in people you want to watch, people that you want to have around, people that just make the game look fun and interesting. Because the reality is, guys, when you get to college baseball, God willing professional baseball, you spend a ton of time with those people. Like every single day, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., eat, sleep, do it all over again every day for months on end, and you have to be likable. People got to want to be around you. And that personal brand that you're developing matters. It matters. And when people are excited about being a part of that brand that you have, when you can create a brand and put your name or your logo on a t-shirt and have other guys on your team want to sport it because it's cool, that's amazing, man. And those are the type of people that if I'm a recruiting coordinator or if I'm a scout, I'm looking for those people because that personality is infectious and that personality is going to be the leader that carries our team to a World Series. Really cool. All right, guys, I love you so much. Y'all have a great night. We went overtime today. Thank you for bearing with me. I hope you got some value out of that. My heart is that you get one nugget, just something that kind of piqued your interest that you, when you lay your head down at night, you're like, what if? What if I started doing that today? The reality is most people are not going to do anything that I just said. And they're going to call me as juniors and seniors in high school and wonder why they're not committed yet. That's a fact. But you guys have the upside because you can choose to start today. You can take a stand and make the decision to start building the brand that will go on to get recruited today. All right, guys, love you. Have a great night.